Can I tell you a story about this t-shirt?
Yeah.
I got this t-shirt for free. I didn't pay anything for it, by the way.
I love it. I love it.
So, I want to tell you a story about a mindset that I had.
Yeah.
And it's essentially, life can throw anything at you, but how are you going to overcome and problem solve?
Yeah.
So one of my favorite artists, his name is Sanholo or Sander. This is his shirt.
Oh, you went to New York to see him, right?
I went to New York to go see him. You guys can watch that on the vlog. So the meet and greet was at 7 o'clock, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to, I'm gonna fly from Edmonton to Toronto and then to New York, and everything's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But when I got to Toronto, my flight got delayed not only once but 3 times.
Oh,
right? And I was so sad. I was actually like, man, what do I do? So I did what any normal human being would do. They DM'd Sanholo directly on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay? I just literally threw a ball, and I don't know if it was gonna, happen or not. And I was waiting and waiting, and eventually, ta-da! He replied. I was like, no way, no way.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Most people that had their flights delayed 3 times, they would be like, man, I'm gonna miss the concert. Man, I'm gonna miss the meet and greet. Boo-hoo, woe is me. But I did literally everything in my power. Not only did I DM him, I even sent like a huge email to the promoter, had my boarding pass saying, hey, I was late. I did everything I possibly can because I want to put myself in the best position for success.
Yeah.
So sooner or later, he replied back. We were kind of talking back and forth, and he was able to, I don't know, somehow, some way, I cared so much that he's like, hey, if you're really late, here's my tour manager's phone number.
Oh, no way.
Direct phone number.
No way.
So I ended up talking to Farron, and Farron was like, don't worry about it, I got you covered. I finally flew into New York, and it was 10 o'clock, right? So I was supposed to see him at 7 o'clock, but I got to New York at 10 o'clock. I went, watched the show. It was the best show I've been to in such a long, long time. So there's a huge lineup for Coach. I was like, man, what do I do? I haven't heard from Farron yet.
Yeah.
So I just texted her, hey, Coach X really long, just let me know.
Yeah.
And what ended up happening, she's like, hey, I'm at merch. Come meet me in the merch.
Yeah.
So I go meet Farron at merch. And she's like, you ready? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
She literally takes me backstage to meet Sander.
Oh, that's sick.
And instead of like the meet and greet where it's a photo, handshake, and you walk away, we ended up hanging out for like 15 minutes, man.
No way.
All because I took the risk of DMing him.
Yeah.
Because what's the worst that he could have said?
No.
Or ghosted me.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So that's what I mean about just taking a risk. Just what's the worst that's gonna happen? They say no or they walk away. Did you die? Did you get hurt? Maybe your feelings got hurt, but at least
that's the ego.
That's the ego, man.
Yeah.
Like, if you have no shame, just DM them and see what happens. Because if you know you're a good person, and you care so much about someone or something, they're gonna make it happen no matter what.
Yeah.
And what's so crazy is Sandra was like, dude, I knew how much you cared.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
For you. And I'm like, whoa.
That's
right?
awesome.
So the amount of love that you give to someone unconditionally, right? Dude, they would make it happen for you. So it's just kind of like, yeah, you might be taking a small risk, but like I said, the worst that they're going to say is no. And the best thing that can happen is 15 minutes backstage with Sanholo.
That inspired me.
Like, that's the thing.
Right.
I love it. I'm going
to jump in my DM right now. I'm going to DM my wife.
Yo,
what's the worst going to happen?
Go into the DMs.
What's the worst going to happen? No?
And dude, I've just been...
That's crazy.
And I've been blessed too.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me a shout out on my YouTube.
What?
Thank you for giving me a shout out on my Instagram too. Like...
How do you like YouTube as right now? Like what you're doing right now?
The vlogging?
Yeah. Do you think this guy should do... Oh shoot, I took it off. Do you guys think this guy should do mukbang? Comment down below. Would you guys watch this guy eat?
Ah man,
while doing a mukbang?
And just keep talking?
Green onion?
That looks really good.
Nice. That's a lot of green onion.
I'm gonna do this. No.
Try this one?
Yes. Would people want to do a mukbang? Would people actually want to watch me do a mukbang? Or would they watch... Or would you like to watch me keep traveling? Because I go to San Diego, I go to San Francisco, I go to Vietnam, I go to Belize in the next like 3 months, man. So for me, I think I personally love doing the travel vlogs and like my weekend vlogs because I turn up every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
This weekend I'm turning up, and then the week after that I'm turning up. It's work hard, play hard, man.
I like that. You're doing what you want to do. I like that.
I have a question for you. Has there been any opportunities now that you know, we're on the cusp of 1 million for?
I say there's a lot every day. There is.
In terms of like the food stuff that you're doing, has anyone reached out to you yet?
There's a lot, but I don't think I can speak on it yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, the suspense. What's he doing? What's he doing?
But we'll see. We'll see.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, we'll see
Yo, you're making it big, man.
in the long run.
Yo,
I don't know.
Don't forget about me.
Wilson who? Wilson who? Out of all flavors, what would you say are the best?
My favorite, believe it or not, was the green onion, and then the spicy one.
Mine too. Well, mine was this, the spicy one, and this one.
Oh yeah, that was
The
really
onion
good
one was
too.
really good. We have one more month of this year, man. How crazy is that?
Well, yo, that's
I think I was like that because when you're so busy, then one of your friends like 1 more month or 2 more month. Then you're just like 2 more month of what? This year. Then you look back and like, wow, it flew by. I was just busy.
dude. It's
Right?
2019. It's almost.
Yeah. Yes, I can't. Oh, did I open the wrong
You
one?
opened the wrong.
Oh, okay, I guess we're drinking this
I
one.
guess you're drinking.
My B. What's the tasting notes?
What do you smell?
It actually smells like the regular one. Man, I seen your one with the whiskey one. That was sweet. With
The
your
whiskey
friend.
tasting?
Yeah. Man, he had a lot of whiskey.
Dude, that guy is a connoisseur.
Yo, after I watched that, I was like, go to Liquor Depot. I was like, do you guys have Japanese whiskey? And this guy was just like, no. Like he's like disgusted by it. I was like, what?
Yeah,
And he looked at me. He's like, no. I was like, I thought it was like really pure, really good whiskey, right? Japanese whiskey.
Yep.
But whoever knew? Why does Japan have the best whiskey? Would you say Japan has the best whiskey?
Dude, Japan does everything high level.
Yeah.
They got the best anime.
Yeah.
But yeah, my friend Chris is a whiskey connoisseur.
Yeah.
And I met him at the gym actually.
Oh, really?
And
That's crazy. That's nuts.
so here's the story how I met Chris. So I had an interview at the Cancer Institute.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was a 2-person, hour and a half interview with 11 pages worth of questions.
Yeah.
Okay? And I was just being me, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm so good at the interview that at the end of it, they gave me a box of beer.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it was just for a volunteer position.
Yeah.
So I had this Ave beer calendar, and it was from 2016. So they gave me that because they're like, well, we're not going to sell it, we're not going to use it. Would you like it? I'm like, yes. So I go from the interview straight to the gym, and then people started coming out of the gym. I was like, I didn't lose or gain anything from having this beer, so I started passing beer out.
Yeah.
Just to strangers.
Yeah.
Didn't think anything of it. Fast forward a few months later, I've had Coco's.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm sitting there, I'm eating, and Chris comes in. I didn't know him at the time, right? Because he grabbed the beer and walked away.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, you're the guy who gave me the beer. And I'm like,
Yeah.
at Evolve? And he's like, yeah. So we ended up rekindling or starting a new friendship, and I gave him my friend's magazine. And then eventually, when I saw him at the gym, he told me a bit more about himself, and he told me he's a big whiskey guy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, I would love to do a whiskey tasting with you.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, but
Yeah.
I don't know anything about whiskey. But my beer friends, Andrew, Matt, and Taylor, they know tasting notes and stuff like that. So I invited them, and then that's kind of where everything.
That's where everything was.
Yeah, man.
That's
All
crazy.
because I gave people free stuff.
Yeah. And it just connected like that.
Yeah.
All right, Braddy Kitty wants to come in. Excuse me. What's your problem? Huh? What's your problem? You have a problem, Kitty? Huh, Kitty? What's your problem? This little brat, right? Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. This little brat. I think the only best whiskey I ever drank was Crown Royal. And you're probably laughing. Your friend might be watching.
I wonder. That's like all my beer friends. Like, you like Budweiser?
But I actually want to be a connoisseur of whiskey.
So, from your last beer tasting, because we tried Taylor's beer, we tried Dalen's beer, and now I'm trying Ben, Scott and Patrick's beer. It's kind of like, I think your flavor notes and your profile is kind of the same as mine, except I really like dark beers as well. So that's why I brought that one. That's an easy drinking 5% beer, but it's dark. But it tastes like chocolate.
It's a word now, chocolate.
Chocolately.
I always make up words.
It's got that smoky caramel taste to it, but it's an easy drinking beer.
Yeah.
It's not like an 11% beer. It's like you can crush. It's a crushable beer.
Like Guinness.
Yeah, Guinness is like 4.5% or something. Oh, beer's so good.
Oh, this is more lighter for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely more lighter for me.
That's 5%. No, bro, the wit is 4.5.
What?
So that's actually more alcohol by 0.5%.
Why does it taste more smooth than?
So you like the saison? Do you like the saison or the wit more?
I kind of like this one.
The saison? Okay.
It feels like it's going down smoother than this one.
So you like easy drinking beers, right? You just want something that you can crush quickly, but tastes really good.
Yeah, like a sweet. I like a sweet, kind of like a sweet Budweiser.
You don't bake that much, hey?
Yeah, I don't know a lot about desserts.
You know how to do breads?
Yeah, bread, but it's just like kind of
Pizzas,
like
breads.
amateur bread. Yeah, I'll say amateur bread.
It's because you actually have to measure.
Yeah, I know.
You actually have to measure for bread.
That's why I hate, man. That's why I hate about school. Just listening. I hate listening. No, not listening. As in, just like if I'm not interested, I'm not gonna listen. That is just my mind.
I think I know
Like,
what you're
if
talking
you force
about.
me to learn something, I can't learn it. Maybe because I don't know.
I wonder if it's like a linear progression of learning because for math,
I hate math.
right?
Yeah.
And I think the reason why you dislike math is because it's only one or two ways of getting the right answer.
Yeah.
Right? And the most efficient way of getting the answer. 1 + 1 = 2, right?
Yeah.
But you could be like, well, you could do 0.5 + 0.5 + 0.5 plus 0.5 equals 2.
Or 1 × 1 + 1 - 1 + 1 + 1 - 1.
It's equal to, you know what I mean? Like,
Plus 1 = 1, but what does that equals?
what's the theory of life?
Yeah, just like, what?
Wait, what?
Nah, I don't know. It's just, and back in the day when in school, I can see myself not enjoying things I push upon. Like if people try to push me on learning about sewing. Okay, we had a class back in the day, food class, sewing class.
Home ec, right?
Home ec, yeah.
Home ec.
Nobody picked sewing class, right?
Yeah.
Nobody picked sewing class. Only a lot of people picked food class. So when nobody picked sewing class, they kind of split the two to half. So one semester was you doing food class, one semester you doing sewing.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do sewing. I just wanted the food.
Dude,
right?
I did sewing, and you made the pin cushion and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
And I did like ladybugs and underwear. I was just like, oh, I'm not having it one bit. I passed the food class.
Yeah.
I failed the sewing class.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't interested, right? I wasn't interested. But looking back now, like I was interested in science, food, gym, and social classes like home ec in there. Not home ec, just
Social studies?
yeah, social studies as in
The world.
yeah.
Learning about
I passed those classes.
Okay.
Math class I failed. Language arts I failed. I hated writing, like, go on, write about this and everything. I was like, oh, I hate writing. What else did I fail? Yeah, those two classes.
Cool, man.
Why did I pass food class with the highest mark out of all classes?
That's cool.
Then it went gym. Then it went science. Right?
Really?
I
crazy,
think this is like I don't know. For me, when I go to school, I like my mind will shift to something I enjoy doing. And that was about it.
That's really cool that you finally kind of got that awareness at such a young age. Like, what would you tell kids in like junior high school right now?
High school?
Should they drop out?
No,
Should they continue
I wouldn't say.
school?
I wouldn't say they should drop out. I'd say have an open mind. Work hard, but always have an open mind.
Yeah.
Like when you finish high school, when everybody finished high school, I think I was the only one that did not know what to do.
Dude, bro.
Yeah.
I sell knives. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah. But when people are like, hey, I'm gonna go into this, I'm gonna go into this, or they're working toward it, like upgrading like their classes.
Because I want to be an engineer, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor.
They upgrade it, right? So they try to get as much as classes in as possible. Like, I'm not hating on school. I love school.
Yep.
You know why I love school? We have awesome doctors. We have awesome lawyers. We have awesome nurses. We have awesome, like,
that's great people.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Some of my good friends are teachers now.
Yeah.
And they're like super fun.
Yeah. And they enjoy it, right? See, that's the beautiful thing. Majority of people nowadays, like when you look at our friends, majority of people or our friends or our friend or my friends, I'm not even sure if they're my friends anymore, but I'm just saying, they went in the career path because of their friends, their mom, their dad, their cousin, their aunt told them that they should get into it. They have no connection with it.
Yep.
But they're just doing it because their parents, their friends, or whoever mentioned it to them. And they're like, yeah, it's good money. I think that's the only thing when you're out of high school, it's good money.
It's
when
about
they
the
tell
money.
You that,
it's always been about
when they tell you about it, it's like, it's good money. But when they're doing it right now, I want to say out of, I don't have that much friends, but out of 5 friends I can pick, I think one guy is just really enjoying it. Well, you're not included though. I'm just like thinking like, the friends I
put me in, bro. Put me in.
The friends I have, like what I'm thinking right now, I think one guy is only enjoying what he's really doing right now.
Yeah.
But if I say all the high school guys who I know right now, are they enjoying what they're doing right now? No, 100%.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yep.
They're not. They were in for the money. If you're looking at your friends right now,
most of my friends, because I'm in sales, are pretty happy.
Yeah.
Like
no, your friends. High school friends ones.
I mean, we do share the same mutual friends here and there, but I don't know what to say, man. I think most of them are doing really well.
Yeah.
I know some of them are trying to find themselves.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like,
and that's the thing is, it's like you have to try to find yourself. Maybe we were lucky that we knew what we want earlier than
we knew what we didn't want.
Yeah, okay.
So we were searching for the things that we did want.
Yeah, okay, 100%. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because I didn't want to go to school. I was forced to go to school because my mom's like, you gotta go to school, and I'm like, okay.
Because that's our parents' mindset, right?
Yeah.
Just like, you can only get a good job if you go to school.
Yeah.
You can only do this if you go to school. Like, I'm not hating on school, like I said. I'm not hating on school. We have awesome doctors, lawyers, everything, right? Anybody that's working in the field right now, we have awesome people working right now. And it's awesome.
It's just opportunity. I saw my mom go from being a janitor to running her own business.
Yeah. See, I think that's a beautiful thing too. Where we are our first generation here in Canada, right? We're the first generation. Then you look at your parents' lifestyle.
Live or die.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's in their mindset, right? That's it.
Yep.
But look at our mindset, like as the first generation now. We're spoiled. As in, we will find anything to complain about, and we'll just complain about it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, this is not working because of this. But when our parents came, no English.
Nope.
No route to not knowing where to go. But all they knew is like, I have kids. Live or die.
Yep.
Right? Live or die.
Find whatever home you could find.
Yeah.
Shack.
Yeah.
Apartment. Whatever.
And work their butt off.
And then just work.
Yeah. Did I tell you the story where my parents got paid by fish? Like my parents were.
No way.
My parents were janitorial too. Not. I don't want to say janitorial, but they went to like restaurants. Restaurants will always hire my parents to go clean up after the part, like when they had parties and stuff. I went one day too when I was young. I thought the kitchen was amazing, and I stole a sandwich. I still remember that. I remember that. Yeah, but after my parents finished like cleaning up like a restaurant after like people party there, right? The manager there paid my parents in fish. Like my parents thought it was just like, hey, I love fish, so you're just hooking me up with fish. But the manager there was just paying like actually his time with fish. First my dad's just like, okay, but then my dad's like, fish doesn't pay, like fish is good, but fish doesn't pay the bills, right? So my dad had to move on from there.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's like barter system stuff.
Yeah.
One of the people that I'm inspired by, his name is Gary Vaynerchuk.
Oh, I love Gary Vee. Yeah.
Dude, Gary Vee?
Yeah, I love Gary Vee.
He tells people the best way to make money is flipping things.
Yeah.
Go to a garage sale and flip it for $20.
Yeah.
Flip it for $12. Flip it for $100. It's not glamorous.
Yeah.
It's not. But that's the unglamorous grind that you have to do. If you want to make extra $1,000 bucks, sell some stuff.
I really appreciate what he said there too. Just like it's really the starting point of the grind. Really, that's if people are like, "What should I do?" Then he's just giving a point out of just like flip some stuff.
Yep.
Try it. See how good you are with it. Right.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna be there at that point. You're just gonna grow off of that. Right. That's like a big starting point. Of life.
Your parents and you were in the kitchen. Well, my dad owned a restaurant.
Yeah.
And my mom was starting her business in the travel agency sector.
Mm-hmm.
And what I learned from them was I hated the restaurant. I hated cleaning up after people. What I really loved was actually watching my dad interact with every single customer.
Yeah.
And then seeing them every single week. And then seeing my mom talk to customers and stuff. And just like how loving my mom was to people. And I think that's what I picked up from my mom and dad is that it's really fun talking to people, man.
Yeah.
Because you never know who that person is, can become. And when you give them utmost kindness, then 7 years or 10 years later, I get to hang out with you.
That's true. Right? That's true. You think every person you meet in life is a learning experience? As in you always learn something from them or take something from them? It's just like something life gives you.
Yeah.
Where you just walk around, you can say hi, you can say whatever, but you can't not say anything, but that person is gonna affect your life. Is it effect or effect? I keep messing that up. Effect? What's effect? Like effects as in
effect, I know, is like when you do one thing
and
something
it affects
happens.
you. Yeah. But wouldn't you say the people on your journey, the people that you meet, the people you talk to, will affect your life somehow, or you take someone from them and just learn from them.
Yeah, man.
Even when it's like a dickhead, like you learn something from him. It's like I can't, like you take something from him, right? You don't go after that dickhead, but you just be like, man, I'll never want to be like that person.
Gary V hits it on the head so well. He's like, not only are you early to the game, you need to do everything. And he's the only person that that articulated what I've done in my life. Literally everything. I did insurance, I did banking, I did knife sales, I did the charity, and hobby-wise, I played video games, right? I played guitar. Do you know what I mean? Dude, I did rugby, I did football, right? Like I did literally everything. And now I do powerlifting, and you gotta try everything because when you try it and you realize you don't like it, perfect. You know exactly why you don't like it. Move on, next thing. But so many people are so petrified from just even trying it. Like how far can you take it? If you like playing guitar, go try playing an open mic. If you like powerlifting, right, go compete.
That is true.
Like just try it. See how far you can take it.
Hoping at things until you figure it out what you really truly love.
Because I have so many friends that did powerlifting and they realized the competitive side wasn't for them, but they still love the enjoyment of lifting heavy compound movements. And they still do it now, and they have a passion for it. But one of my good friends, her name is Teresa, she was doing CrossFit, and my friend Artem was like, hey, you should try powerlifting. And she became a national champion.
Dang.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's awesome.
She went from being a CrossFit chick to a national powerlifting champion.
Yeah, that is sick. That is sick.
Because she's like, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah. Not afraid. It's like, yeah.
Like, what do you have to lose? What, a gym membership worth $50?
A lot of people do. I can see like my family side perspective, just like I work and I just want to relax, but then I want to complain. But then I'm standing there like, I'm gonna choke you out. No, not like that, but just like even if I try to like help them, try to like ask like you can do it, right? You can do it. That's the whole point. It's like just do something you want, dude, right? It's like I want this, but then I want to complain. And you're just like, oh man, I don't think they get it. With my friends too, so
I feel like
maybe that's why I'm so aggressive, because it's a constant talk, constant thing. It's a constant thing.
I just don't think you want to surround yourself with negative people. I think that's
for sure.
Yeah.
That's true.
The best way to inspire someone, because you're very aggressive with
Yeah.
inspiration
Yeah.
and action, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you like it? Why don't you do it then?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm like that. Why? So yeah, I like.
What do you guys like? Why aren't you doing it? Why?
I like that perspective of your side too, right? Because
I think both you and I have such a good understanding. I think our goal for other people is the same thing. Our approaches are different. That's it.
Yeah.
I have the empathy and sympathy for people that aren't willing to grind, right? Because they want to plug slowly away to respect, right?
Yeah.
But for those that actually take the risk and listen to me, woo,
Yeah.
like,
You're gonna go full throttle and just like yo,
you should do it.
Yeah.
And one of my good buddies, we were having like one of those heart to hearts. It was after the gym, and I straight up told him, if I tell you this right now, our relationship will change. Are you okay with me saying this? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, I don't project advice to people. If you want my advice, you definitely can ask for it. But right now, you're essentially asking for my advice. So if I tell you this, and I make you ultra aware of your entire situation, you can't complain to me anymore. Because I won't let you do that to me. He's like, so I told him, are you ready for me to like tell you exactly how I feel?
That's like straight up you're telling the truth of
of life, right?
I think that's a lot of times a lot of people do take offense
to
it.
So I'm asking for permission.
Yeah.
And he's like, he sat there, he's like, yeah, tell me. And I'm like, all right, buddy, I'm gonna rip you a new one. You just opened like Pandora's box. And I just drilled into him. I was like, bro, you have so many opportunities. You're not doing this, this, and this. You could have done this, this, and this. You're complaining about this, this, and this. Bro, you can't do that. And then fast forward a couple months later, guess what? He's running his own photography and videography
That's
business.
awesome. That's awesome. A lot of times, a lot of people can't take the truth, right? But like even you, like if you tell me the truth on who I am right now, I'll probably take it in. Then I'll ask you. I would not get offended. I'm like, how would I work on myself? Like I know I'm aggressive. Like I can't stop it. When it comes down to family and friends, I want them to succeed. I want them to do what they want to do, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want them to complain. Like that's it, right? In the end of the day, like I'm always gonna hear them complain because they're my friends and they're my family, right? But then I just want the best for them, right?
Yeah.
The best for them is what do they want to do. But when I go like straight full throttle like you, I don't ask them. I don't ask them like, hey, I'm gonna go full throttle. I just straight full throttle. I just go, you lazy. This is what you did to do. But I think that's harsh for them, right?
Yeah. And it sucks because it comes from a family member.
Yeah.
That's why. It's just because it's from a family member.
Yeah.
From a friend to a friend,
Yeah.
all I can say is, hey man, don't listen to me. Watch what I'm doing and emulate it.
Yeah.
And Gary Vee says that all the time. It's like, and I love him so much, and I know I'm like riding his, his coattails in terms of like his sayings, but that's how much he resonates with me. Like he really resonates with me because he's like, okay, I motivated you. Now turn off YouTube and go do. Stop watching me. Start doing.
I like that.
And that's what I did. I stopped watching YouTube. I stopped watching Gary Vaynerchuk. And then when I was like, my inspiration was a little low, I would just go watch a little bit of Gary Vee, and I'm like, oh yes, let's go, right? And then I stopped watching him. Like I haven't watched him for like several weeks now because I'm doing stuff. I have no time.
That's awesome.
For Gary Vaynerchuk because he would be escapism for me. Right? And he tells people that have your escapism, but don't let it define who you are, and don't let it control you. Most people are controlled by Instagram and memes and Snapchat. Like, imagine if you stopped doing that and you started working a little bit more.